Hi, my name's Chris. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a simple sprinkler system using a Nelson water timer, a Gilmour 4-way connector, and a simple watering kit that you can buy at your local home improvement store. And I'll walk you through the steps from hooking it up to your spigot outside to run it to where you want the water to go in your garden. Stay tuned. So here's the Nelson water timer that I'm using. You can set the clock for the time of day that it is now using these plus and minus buttons. This dial shows you the different settings that it has. There's a every day at 6 a.m. it can water for 15, 30, or 60 minutes. Every other day at 6 a.m. for 15, 30, and 60 minutes. And then every day 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. For 15, 30, or 60 minutes. And there's also a manual on. You just flip the dial over to on, and that way you can turn on for like a normal hose or something like that. Hooked up to the timer, I have the Gilmour 4-way connector. I am going to plan on using 3 of them to water 3 different areas in my yard. The 4th one will be for a regular garden hose, so I can water potted plants on my patio or driveway. So it's pretty simple. You just screw the 4-way connector into the bottom of the timer. Timer gets screwed onto the spigot outside, just like this, and that's it. You're good to go. Now we'll hook up the water kit and the hose. Okay, so here we have the simple sprinkler kit. It's just some plastic tubing. It comes with 6 to 9, depending on the system that you buy. These little sprinkler heads that have hose that you puncture a hole in the tubing, and then they have different spray patterns that you can typically put on the heads, and adjustments and things like that on those. This particular kit actually is kind of nice because it comes with a vacuum breaker type system that you put onto the hose, so that way you don't get water backflowing into your water supply. In this particular instance, it's highly unlikely just because there's so many different things hooked up here. But anyway, you screw this on to the end, good and tight, and then screw this end into that. Just like that. Then you run your tubing to the area of your garden and put the sprinklers in where you want them. As you can see now, I have run the sprinkler hose from the spigot all the way across my patio and over to the first garden bed here, and it's pretty straightforward. You run the hose and then plant it in the garden bed that you want it to be in. While you're running your tubing or your hose, you may find an area where you need to cross over a walkway or a pathway. So what I do is I use a spade and just kind of dig a hole, make it just a few inches deep, so that I can bury the tubing into it so that no one will trip, and also that way I can mow the lawn without risking cutting any of the tubing. And then just step on it, cover it up with the dirt. Now that you've crossed the walkway, you can see that I have reached my main garden bed, and I've woven the tubing around the garden, and I've placed 3 heads so far. I'm going to show you how this particular system, how you hook up a head to it right now. With this particular watering kit, there are a few extra pieces that come with the kit. This is the puncture device used to put the holes in the tubing so you can hook up the sprinklers. It also comes with a coupler type device so that you can hook up another run of tubing if you want at the end of this particular run. In this case, I don't need it because I have the perfect length. So, and then next, there's these little plugs So if one year you want to move it, move a head to a different location, you can do that. You just plug the tubing and then move the head to the different area. So now I'll show you how to actually hook up the head. Okay, to hook up the sprinkler, you take the puncture device here and put a hole in the tube. Just like that. You take the end of the sprinkler head and you push it down in that hole until it snaps in. Then that is it. Now you have your sprinkler head. Here, there's adjustments on the head if you need to. There's a dial here so you can adjust the strength and also the way that the spray is going by adjusting that top part. Okay, so finally I'm going to show you how to go ahead and hook up your last piece. In this case, it's going to be our regular garden hose. So you just obviously screw this on to the connector, and at a later time I'm going to hook up the other zones, other 2 and 3 zones here. But the other thing I wanted to show you on the 4-way connector, there are different shutoffs. So each zone you can have a different shutoff, and not water or water if you choose. So in order to turn it on, you just turn that knob up, and now our garden hose, if I just switch this to on, will be ready to use. That's just that easy. Well, that's it. That's how easy it is to hook up a simple sprinkler system. Now my garden will be watered every day, and I don't have to come out and tend to it. Please tune in and check back for the next video of showing you how to do some simple gardening. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.